Candyman. 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 Oh, yes. Candyman. I said it 5 times there, didn't I? Candyman 1992. Guys, this is my full movie watch-along for Candyman starring Tony Todd and Virginia Madsen. Now, this is the retro movie of the week for Mirror Domains here. This was voted on by polls. So this was decided by you guys out there in the live chats joining us on the community tab, where we took a look at, the options for which movie we were going to watch this week. And it just so happened that Candyman was the winner right there. It was Total Recall. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see that there, but yeah, Candyman is the one we're watching. And you guys can either find it on your streaming services. I have it on HBO, Crave here in Canada. It's been also on Netflix, so depending on what time they have the rights, it'll swap around. With that being said, it starts off at being an hour and 40 minutes, so just before 3 o'clock we'll finish there. And if you haven't seen one of these from me before, you know how this works. I can't show you the entire image here on the side due to copyright reasons, but I'll do my best with my little tips and tricks to let you guys know where I'm at within the movie, so you guys can follow along with your copy there at home. So, that being said, let's get into Candyman. 1992, original. Tony Todd, he's up there as one of the big villains. Horror icons, right? Hey, when I press play, I expect action. We're underway. Okay, so, just hit play. I'll give you guys timestamps as we get through this. We might have to adjust our framing here due to the closed captions. Hopefully we don't have to deal with mess-ups like yesterday with Scream. Oh, I love this old entry. TriStar? But you couldn't hear it. You didn't hear the music. You just saw the horse run. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I missed that, huh? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, TriStar. We're underway. 1992. Candyman. So, yeah, he's definitely a horror icon up there for sure, right? And Tony Todd has a lot to do with that. Xander Berkeley. Tony Todd is Mr. Creepy for sure. Loved him in Final Destination movies. Yeah, oh yeah, he was in those too as well, right? So this is just the opening credits, the music. Yeah, back in the 90s, they used to have something called the opening credits. So, what can I say about this movie? I've seen it before, obviously. This isn't the first time. Executive producer Clive Barker. This is one of his creations. Clive Barker also did things like Hellraiser, Nightbreed, and Rawhead Rex, right? And I think he produced the new Hellraiser too, which we also did a full movie reaction for up on this channel. One of my favorite horror movies of last year for sure. This is kind of ominous though, right? Just following the expressway here. Based on The Forbidden by Clive Barker. Written and directed by Bernard Rose. We'll take a look at the IMDb afterwards.
They will say that I have shed innocent blood.
Ooh, bees. Yeah, that's creepy.
For a hand, I'll split you from the groin.
Ooh. Dude. Yeah, that's creepy, right? And you can just hear a scream in the background as you can see the bees. That's very apocalyptic imagery, right? And fade into Virginia Madsen.
I was babysitting for the Johnsons.
Fired.
And,
Billy. Huh. Oh, she's taking her bra off. Might have to mute here.
night that she's gonna give Billy
A
what she
very
never-
young Ted Raimi.
No.
Well, his right hand is sawn off. He has a hook jammed in.
Name 5 times. Yeah, let's give it a shot. No, this is kind of like a trying to play on that Bloody Mary, right?
Candyman.
Oh, he is feeling her up, so maybe I should take that
Candyman.
off. I don't know. I don't think they show anything here. Not here. Oh,
She looked in.
Ted Raimi's the younger brother of Sam Raimi.
Candyman.
She turned out the lights.
Yeah, insects in movies really dial up the fear factor. Yeah. So they killed the baby too. Smoking in a school. Back in the 90s, we still did that in the 90s. I think they were starting to get rid of that, right?
My friend heard it on the radio. It's true sick, huh? The babysitter just roasted the kid like...
Something like that?
Lots of smoking in this. University of Chicago.
Some of them are 30 feet long.
That's a creepy amphitheater, right? That's a big lecture hall. Big lecture hall. I did one class in a lecture hall that big. It was like design history.
The unself-conscious reflection of the fears of urban society.
So and I had to make a presentation in front of the entire room like that. And that was before I realized that I like talking in front of people. And for my presentation, talking about design, I talked about pre-visualization in movies. Because Phantom Menace, Star Wars Episode 1 just came out. Oh.
So, keep up.
Kind of an ominous exchange there between him and that student, huh?
So you want to tell me about this girl?
So he plays it off.
Good, I should hope not. So what's the matter?
Oh. I think I would be a good lecturer, too. I think I would be, yeah. Someone, a butcher for sure, could possibly go wrong. Glass Viking says, Ireland was one of the first countries to ban smoking in public places, was it? Yeah. It's weird how it happened, right?
Or don't mind me.
I mean, smoking
Billy
in
began.
I remember
Gifted in the
smoking in
mirror.
planes. And restaurants. Do you want non-smoking or smoking section? Candyman.
Heard of him?
Mm-hmm. You doing a study on it?
Yes.
Cabrini.
I live on the south side, so I don't know too much about it.
That he killed a lady. Helen Lyle.
No.
Tell her what you told me about the Candyman.
Lady in a tub.
So Ruthie called 911 and
Coming through the walls. Yeah.
Was she shot?
no.
Brutal. Candyman. Hey, that's weird that we're both stroking our chin there. Yeah, well, that's urban legend, right? So they're introducing us to the concept of urban legends here. And it looks like that's what she's researching for her thesis, because she's going to become a doctor, I guess. And what? Crypto? Cause of death of Ruthie Jean. Isn't the piano here too? The soundtrack. There's a little, what did we hear that in? We heard that in Silent Hill, right? Which is also a reaction you can find up in the, linked in the cards there. That we did here on the channel. Talking about what you love is good for the audience. They can feed off the passion. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Bernadette.
That's not the half of it.
Cabrini Green.
There. Heard a kid got shot there the other day.
Every day.
So it's crime. Crime-ridden area. I didn't see anything. No.
No.
Her building. So it's a sister building. They use the same architecture.
If there was no barrier between here and the Gold Coast.
Cinder block. Okay. Well, lots of places do that in towns, right? Building is the same blueprints, same model.
Killer, or killers, they don't know which.
That would creep me out. I wouldn't want that. I'd be putting up. See, I wouldn't like that. I would build something to block it. It's eerie is what that is. Just a white room.
There's nobody there.
Psych. Yeah, that's 90s, right?
All right.
Let's try.
Candyman, Candyman, Candyman.
Candyman, Candyman.
Oh, you chicken! You're not.
So she said it. Yeah, that's eerie. Oh, yeah, I would hate that. If I found that out. There's a weird pause. Pull out, then it's night. Crackling.
Trevor?
That was a weird jump scare. That one didn't get me, though. Did it get you guys, that jump scare? And he's smashed. Yeah, Virginia Madsen was a beautiful woman. Still is, right? She was in Dune. She played the role that Florence Pugh is going to be playing in the new movies. Ooh, she's got some mace. Taser. Yeah.
Around then. Let's just go back and we can write a nice little boring.
So they are scared to go there. I'd YouTube the life out of the construction video and get the cinder block up. Says Art Glass. Virginia has a look of a younger Sharon Stone who was in Total Recall. A little bit, yeah. See, at a glance, that neighborhood doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's a little run down, but it's the nightlife, right? That's what you gotta be scared of. two women going in a building like this. And just get out, be honest.
Want something, baby?
So some catcalling. And the police. So they're scared of the police being there. So they think that they're cops. Okay. And probably smells and then, oh. I've been in buildings like this. And trust me, those stairwells, people do nasty things in those stairwells. You come around one turn and there's like a turd laying there. It's gross. Sweets to sweets to the sweet. Is that supposed to mean something? The underworld in any city is something to be feared, yeah. Oh.
Jesus, Helen.
So she's got a dog. Well, that's something that you could do too. You would want an animal, right? Use all avenues that are available to protect you. Have a big dog like that. Of course, you'd have to walk and take care of it, but that's one of the trade-offs.
Is over there.
Helen.
What's the problem?
Sweets to the Sweet could be a Candyman reference. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, good call there, Hourglass Vikings. Sweet Candyman. No, she's taking pictures with a camera, not a cell phone.
Apartment. What if somebody's packing drugs in there? You're just gonna...
No. Well, that is the danger, though. You stumble upon something, and you're putting your life on the line. In she goes. Five minutes. Five. Again, how many times do you say his name? Five. She's got brass, right? She does to do that. I don't know if I would be doing that. Just for information for paper. This is a creepy image. Yeah, the graffiti of a mouth coming out of the mouth of Candyman. Yeah. She got a little woozy there. A little faint, right? So she found a small thing of candy with razor blades in it. If you cut yourself on that, you definitely want a tetanus shot, right?
Bernadette! Sorry.
Ran out of film. Yeah, that's when you really wish you had cell phones. But this was 92. They were still about 10 years off in the earliest.
It's leaving.
You here for the sweet?
For the sweet.
If we could just talk to you for a few minutes.
Jesus.
Here.
Okay.
Come on.
Come on,
Baby.
let's
Oh, that's right. She had a baby. I would have preferred the Candyman to be like Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. Virginia comes across like Clarice. Yeah, she does a little bit like Clarice, right? She would have been a good Clarice. You mean you would have preferred it to be an actual person instead of like a supernatural entity?
We steal.
Hmm. Anthony.
I'm Anne
Okay.
Marie.
Anne Marie and Anthony. She would love one. Oh, sorry guys, I haven't been giving you a timestamp. I've been 27 minutes in. I'm sorry, I was just 27 minutes. Probably coming up on 28. 27 and a half.
They all been here, you know. Newspapers.
Cops.
I dial 911.
Okay, so she was the one that called 911.
I'm scared. Candyman.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, an actual person, someone that could be explained and apprehended, but I'll suspend my disbelief. Now this guy was in Sandman, right?
In my favorite subject.
I think I've been there.
Bury you.
Cabrini Green. Candyman.
So he's aware. They don't know. You're studying it. Oh, listen to that cackle. So now we get some background.
I'd been sent to all the best schools and had grown up in polite society.
An artist. Okay. God, that's a good image of her. That's a good shot. Trust him to be English and pompous. Yeah, it was good casting on the director's part there.
Pregnant.
Okay. Poor Candyman.
Right hand with a rusty blade.
You can hear that in the background too. Good sound mix. Bees.
They smashed the hives and stole the honeycomb.
Yeah, that would be a harsh way to go, right? Just because he fell in love with some girl that he shouldn't have, right? Okay, so that's his weird cut. She went back there all by herself. To get more images. You see, very like Freddy Krueger being lynched. Yeah. Where are we at here? "33 minutes in, and no Candyman yet. We haven't seen him yet, right?
You know, it's okay to talk to me.
I ain't scared of nobody.
Yeah, that's very poor judgment of her to
Where Candyman is, I'll make you a promise.
Yeah. Unless you're too scared. You said you weren't scared. So that's the way she manipulated him to show where.
Yeah, for the party.
Bonfire for the party. That'll be a big fire. Boy. In the washroom?
Ain't sure. Charlie told me you was weird.
Oh. Huh. Five seconds.
And his hair turned white.
Worse. Wow. That's brutal. So he had his equipment cut off. Yeah, that's kind of gross. I don't know if that would make my hair turn white, but it'd be definitely gruesome to see. Yeah, well, we're almost like 40 minutes into this movie and still no Candyman yet. Um, Nowadays, people will be complaining it's not moving fast enough, but the pacing, it has been moving. It's been giving us information, right? That's gross. Sweets. All of that's written in, you know. Yeah. Sweets to the sweet. I don't know. For all the times I've seen it before, that saying never resonated with me. It never did. There's an arrow. Now I've seen my fair share of bad bathrooms. Nothing like that, though. Ominous figure steps into frame. And he's got a hook.
I'm from the University of Illinois. My colleagues know where I am and they're expecting me back.
Hmm. Hey, if a beating's all you got, if that's all you got, consider yourself sort of lucky, because they could have done much worse.
Step forward and set a line. We hear you looking for Candyman, bitch.
And there's the guy. So what do you do in that situation? You're just hoping that she doesn't recognize you? I think if they got me into that, I'd be just like, yeah, it was me, I did it. Kind of thing.
Ola Cabrini's locked down now.
Cabrini's locked down. Overlords.
Yeah, we have you.
So Jake is fine. We don't know who Jake's parents are, do we? He's just there at the complex. Yeah, but everybody else knows that I was there. And he's still afraid of the Candyman.
Isn't.
So they've given us a plausible scenario here. He's not real.
You're supposed to be the invalid here.
No, it's...
So some time lapse there. Because her eye was freshly closed shut. That was a weird interaction, right? Again, with these overhead shots. And the music definitely builds an ominous tone. Supports the tone of it, right? Reinforces it.
Whereas a white woman goes in there and gets attacked and they lock the place.
A surprise.
The department managed to save most of them.
We're going to be published.
That's ADR. That's after dubbing. All this dialogue was after dub. I could just tell because I'm listening it through here. So she got slides. It's the way they used to do pictures. Now that you can't just pull it up on this kind of thing, right? Ooh. So we see some feet at 44 minutes in, about halfway through the movie. Hmm. Tony Todd's voice. It's just...
Who is that?
Wow. Like that image there of him. He's just standing there and it's imposing. Right? So she's having flashes here. She's like getting faintish.
But you doubted me.
She's like entranced here, right? Or in a trance. I'm late.
So I was obliged to come.
There's our first real good look. There's the hook. Be my victim.
On the wall, the whisper in the...
So, innocent blood. And Marie screaming. So this is it's the myth that keeps him alive, right? Tony's voice is his fortune, it is. But he's also a really good actor too. She just wakes up in a pool of blood. Ooh, dog's head. Don't pick up the weapon. Why would you do that? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. And there's blood all over. Wow. Yeah. Why do you have the cleaver in your hand? Like, that's terrible timing.
Back away, now!
Why did you pick it up in the first place? Like something like that. Just full of questionable decisions there, but my God. Like just waking up in that scenario disorientated. Oh. Okay, so I don't think we see anything here, but she's removing her blood-stained clothes here. Okay, so she does have to take off her brassiere. Okay, no, we don't see any. I don't. Well, just in case, maybe I should just. I don't think we do.
Lift your left breast.
Okay, so she's got to inspect for things that may be hidden.
Please speak with Detective Lento.
Frank, the detective. Doesn't look good, Helen.
Please let me explain.
This isn't the time for explanations. You have to kind of
I was attacked.
Respond to the question.
To her apartment. She discovered her dog with a meat cleaver.
So that guy's judgmental. I don't think like the prosecutor would, or sorry, the defending lawyer would love to have heard that comment, right?
I would like to make a phone call.
So Candyman framed her, right? Is that what they're saying here? And that's what you would get from that information, right? I'm in trouble.
District. Can you please come pick me up?
$3 a.m. and he's not home? Steel toilet? Ooh. So is this a memory? Hmm.
Cover her face, don't say anything.
Cover her face. That's a lot of press for just somebody getting murdered in the projects that people are supposed to not really care about. Maybe it's just because of her high profile station working at the university and stuff, right? Yeah, I guess that would be high profile enough. It must be a fairly cut and dry case ignoring the supernatural, yeah. But she saw something.
Body. Which means I'm afraid.
You're in the deep shit, girl. Oh my God. What happened, Helen?
All that you can recall that would help us substantiate your.
He doesn't believe her, right? You got to be sitting. Oh, she's in the bathtub here too. I forgot. There might be some slight boobage here.
Anything?
Yeah, there's an overhead shot here. So she's just in the bathtub.
Campus and pick up some work.
Where were you?
Where were you last night?
So, we see a little bit. Nothing too much. She's just kind of freaking out in the tub. The boyfriend is acting weird, though, right? Well, that's how it started the first time. She was looking at the slides. I wonder if you could still have slides made. It's kind of pointless now that you can just look at it on the phone or transfer it to your computer or TV. Because you don't really need to have slides made anymore. But just for like nostalgia. No, I don't see anything in there. Do you guys? Oh. So he was there. There was somebody standing there. A little bit like that scene from It, right? And we as the audience, we don't know exactly. Did she kill that boy? She killed the dog, right? There's the mirror. Like, is she losing it? I'd be acting weird if my girlfriend was accused of killing a dog and possibly a young baby. I'd be too. I'd be like, hey, I'm going to be on your side until we come through this, but maybe I shouldn't be sleeping in the same apartment, right? For my own health. Ooh. Oh, I forgot that happened.
Believe it.
Be my victim again. I forgot that his hand came through the mirror there. Wow. Sorry, where are we at, guys? 59 minutes. We're just about an hour.
Allow me to take you, or he will.
So he is the child. So, because she was investigating it, people in Cabrini Green were starting to not believe in him.
Come with me and be immortal.
But how would killing her there, she would just what people would say that she committed suicide. How would that reinvigorate the legend? That's what That's what he wants, right, Candyman, to make sure that his legend continues on strong. That image would corroborate her story. Yeah, for sure. He's here. So she's passing out again. So she sees him, right? That was gross. You could hear Candyman grunting. Now the boyfriend or the husband comes in, Trevor, and she's got a knife in her hand. My God.
Don't let him kill me.
Oh, Bernadette. All stabbed through. Hold me. Again with the bees. Flashing lights. So frustrating being framed and helpless to prevent it, yeah. The only thing you could do is just get away. Rumor.
Believe me, to be whispered about at street corners.
So they're trying to say that maybe this is just all in her head, right? That she is actually killing people. That she's been infected by this myth of Candyman. But you think the cops would have swept the building because he's just in the apartment next to her, right? Ooh, we saw a flash there of the Candyman mural on the wall, right? How would you like to be dragged away, ma'am? Quietly or dragged and screaming? Yeah, I couldn't handle it. Being tied down like that, I couldn't handle it. Like, that alone would make me go mad. Like, I would have to at least have the ability to turn on my side. just to be constantly like. So he's there.
I teach them by their excesses.
Kiss. So they're going to sedate her. Now they sedate people when they get crazy like that too, but they also do that for like people who get hysterical, right? Or hysterical, like if you just can't stop crying, or right? So he's trying to care for the kid at least. That's weird. That was a weird shot to have. Disneyland. Yes, I think up till now they're supposed to be ambiguous, right? Is this all in her head? We need like some concrete information if he's real or not.
I'm Dr. Burke.
Okay. Psychiatrist. Perhaps he's caring for the baby in the afterlife. He is dead after all. Yeah. Isn't that obvious that you've been committed?
Do you really think these restraints are necessary?
Month.
Get me my attorney.
First degree. She doesn't remember. Like, start with the slides. She doesn't seem to remember looking at the slides. That was what triggered it both times, right? Unresponsive.
Did the killer appear to you?
Okay. So they were filming her. So it is all in her head, right? Because he was there. That's what they want us to believe.
No matter how hidden, is capable of that.
She's doing a good performance in this too, right? Playing that column. Candyman. Of course, it's not going to show up, right? He's not real. It's all in your head, Helen. Maybe not. Ugh. Yeah, he's grunting again.
Tonight our congregation.
Yeah. So he's breaking the straps, letting her out. There's something surreal about that image too, of him kind of just getting swept out the window like that. I wonder what the original story was like. Because this was a story by Clive Barker first, right? Maybe I'll have to try to look for it. Knocked her out. Disrobing her? Just get to the stairwell, girl. You don't need the elevator. Yeah, it's only 4 floors. I would have been down those stairs and out of the building by now. So she's going back to her complex.
Please be home.
Please be home, Trevor. Now, it's been a month, and Trevor would still be living in that apartment? I don't buy it. Somebody was brutally killed in that apartment. Your ex-wife is a murderer, and she's got some serious mental issues. Okay, so it looks like maybe he had moved out, right? Forgive me. Uh-oh.
What's the matter, sweetie pie?
Uh-oh. Yeah. You would you want to live there? No, I'd be out of there. Yeah, that look on her face there's like, afraid of something?
Scared of something.
Yeah. Really?
Helen.
The bubblegum pink. It's kind of gross. Yeah. Just grab it. Okay, so she's recognizing that she's acting crazy. Right? I like that little change there you saw in her eyes. That,
Left.
Really? That was all that you had left? Do phones even make that sound anymore? Yeah. There's nothing left for you there, girl. 117. It's about 15 minutes left in this, right? So it is kind of weird, though, I guess, structure-wise, because they had been building up this psychological angle. Is it all in her head, or is it real? Is it not real?
All abandon you.
She wasn't a murderer, but she was definitely a vessel for a murderer to exact their revenge. Yeah. And the Candyman really needs the legend to continue, and he does have the ability to affect the physical world. He doesn't need Helen to do that. He could just do it to anybody, right? So he needs Helen for something. Yeah, Knock at the Cabin doesn't start for another 8 hours. It's going to be a long day. I don't know. Maybe I will see it tomorrow afternoon. I definitely want to see it tonight, though. Yeah. Okay, so she's going back into that apartment. And there's candles lit there. She's taking one of the hooks. Oh. Okay, so the baby wasn't right in the apartment next to them. It was one floor, one over, one up, right? Okay. She has a Gillian Anderson look about her, too. Yeah, I could see that. So is that him? No, they reenact some of those scenes in sequels, don't they? In like Farewell to the Flesh. They reenact the events of him getting killed. So somebody knows his origins. This always puzzled me, though. Okay, so if he's kind of like an entity, then why the heck does he need to be sleeping? And you couldn't find a more comfortable place to go to sleep in? Right in the face. The child. That would still be alive after a month? Okay, maybe that's why they were showing that him with the thumb on the in the baby's mouth.
Or what is beyond. Sure, you will be exquisite.
Your deaths. To be haunted by. So he wants the myth to continue. Again, why does he need her to? She's got bees. Oh, man. And apparently Tony Todd really did that, having bees put in his mouth. I couldn't do it. All for the sake of art. And you got to try to give a performance, too. Like, wow. The music really helps it there, too. He had bees, really? So method, yeah. Because I think I saw a clip of him talking about that once. I'd be worried that like I would sneeze or something and then they would just all start stinging me in the mouth. Was always you, Helen? It was always you, Helen? What? There's the piano thing again. So she looked like Helen?
As always, you.
So that's why he wants her. Yeah, bang, there goes her thesis. So she's hearing the baby crying from this big garbage pile. Okay, so Jake doesn't have a home. He just lives there. He sleeps in the hallway? Wow, they organized that rather quickly, huh? Hey, wake up! Where do you keep the gas? We're gonna torch it now. Actually, I guess maybe that is sort of plausible, right? Because they had built the bonfire. Bonfires do get hot. They do. You can feel their heat from really far away. Okay. So this is what he wanted, for them to die together, but if they're in there, nobody's going to see them die, right?
Hey, now, you and I.
Okay. Okay. So he's... Oof. I like that shot of him trying to break through there. Yeah, Tony Todd. Good performance. And she got burned. was supposed to be the bees. Did she die? Yeah. Trevor actually showed up for the funeral too, huh?
Lord bless her and keep her, and give her peace.
And so did that guy, the one that wrote the paper about Candyman. He's there too, right?
Will the Almighty God bless you, the Father and the Son.
No bees were harmed in the making of this movie. Yeah. Wasn't he also the Goblin King in Hobbit? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Purcell. Yeah, we'll take a look at the IMDb here in just a few minutes. So, everybody from Cabrini Green's showing up. To pay respects. Well, you wouldn't turn them away. But it'd just be kind of like, oh, the hook. His hook? Why would they? Yeah, that one was kind of morbid.
Trevor, are you alright?
Passing a deuce. What do you think I'm doing in here? Oh, he's upset. Did he like Helen? Well, I guess they were married, but I mean, she was a bit disturbed. You didn't seem that concerned about her when you were cheating on her, I guess, with this woman. Right? They assumed that she was an apostle of Candyman. She did appear with the woman's baby, so became public enemy number one. Yeah, you weren't concerned about her when you were cheating. Did he say it 5 times?
Helen.
Ow.
Scared of something.
Ugh. Yeah, sound design is pretty graphic. It adds to it for sure, right? Okay. And then, yeah, she's holding the knife. That's it. Helen, Virginia Madsen, Tony Todd, Xander Berkeley. Bernadette was Casey Lemons. That's Candyman, 1992, guys. I like the use of the murals here too. See if I can get that up for you guys. Her with her hair on fire. Now I'm guessing they couldn't figure out a way to do those effects. I wish they could have. They should do like a special edition of her there at the end with, instead of just her burnt kind of head with the fire hair. I want to see that. Because I think that's what they wanted, right? That would have been cool to see. That would have been a real shocker of an ending to have that happen. So that's Candyman 1992, guys. What did you think about that? That was kind of a fun little revisit. I think I saw that in the theaters when it came out. Very good. I don't think there's a post. This was way, way before, like, post-credit scenes. Yeah. So, that was enjoyable. I really had fun with that. Okay, so let's go over to the IMDb here and just take a look at the cast. And then we'll take a look at the Rotten Tomatoes score and see what people had said about it and see what the common criticisms were. At least her knife had no blood on it. Well, but the police would still be like, you're the only one in the apartment. Quite a low kill count. Yeah. Candyman, hour and 39 minutes. I think that was a little bit less than an hour. Well, no, an hour and 39 minutes. Yeah, that's based on The Forbidden. Now, I'm going to have to look that up from Clive Barker, see if I can get a copy of that. Because I like to look back at these things. Virginia Madsen. And I think she's still working, actually, to tell you the truth. We know Tony Todd's still working. He's still in there. Casey Lemons is Bernadette. Vanessa Williams, Anne Marie. Ted Raimi. Yeah, good cast. Let's take a look at Virginia Madsen's. Oh, yeah, that's right. She was in that Pray for the Devil last year that I saw. She was, yeah, so she's still working. That's good for her. So, 1961. How old would that make her? 62, 61-ish, 61. Yeah. I think she did a great performance in this, and yeah, there she is from Dune. She this is going to be the role that Florence Pugh is going to be doing. I'm looking forward to that performance. She's like the daughter of the emperor in that movie. But Virginia Madsen, she was also in a small comedy that I enjoyed with Bobcat Goldthwait, called Hot to Trot. It had John Candy playing the voice of a horse. I wish I could find that movie. When was that? That was like a long time ago. Highlander 2, The Quickening. Was it even before Dune? No, it wasn't before Dune. Fire with Fire, Love Gone. Yeah, Hot to Trot right there. So it was after Dune, before Highlander 2. So it was before Candyman. 4 years before Candyman. Okay, wow. Hot to Trot. Yeah, that was just silly. A horse that talks. Gives him financial advice to like bet on stocks. Oh, it was silly. Oh yeah, Dabney Coleman was in that too. Yeah, he was like the bad guy. John Candy. Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting a little sidetracked here. Let's go over to the Rotten Tomato meter and see what people had said about this movie. 79% by the critics, 63% by the audience. So that doesn't scream cult classic, but I think Candyman definitely is. He's up there with the Freddy Kruegers, and like he's not quite on that level, but he's like the next tier below that, right? For sure. That's why they made a remake of it. Like they rebooted it, right? And that's why we're gonna watch that soon, I think, because it's up in the polls right now for our horror. It's been in the polls for the last 2 weeks. Let's take a look at the snapshot review. Slant Magazine says Candyman explicitly becomes a horror story about the power and fascination of horror stories. What I liked about it was the psychological angle of it. Like, was it real? Was he real, or was it all in her head? I like that angle to it, and it all happens pretty fast, right? Like halfway through the film, he doesn't come up into any scenes until like 44 minutes into it. Okay, let's take a look at a bad one here from LA Times that says, to put it off would take the utmost artistry. Oh, so to pull it off would take the utmost artistry and imagination, but writer-director Bernard Rose expends his energy mainly on the easier task of churning up violence and gore for its own sake. A lot of the sound design had to play into that, though. Like the grunting of him killing people. Because you don't actually really get to actually see that much, other than maybe that doctor. He gets reamed up the back. It's almost just like we almost just see the aftermath, right? Of all the blood all over the place. Good movie. I liked it. I think I would be somewhere in between the audience and the critics. I'd probably have to give it a 7 out of 10. I'd give Candyman 1992 a 7 out of 10. Definitely worth the watch, though. If you're a horror fan, obviously you know this movie. For sure. We dare you to say his name 5 times. Yeah. Sure. Be my guest. Okay. Let's talk about this poll. Actually, I want to go to my channel here. I'm going to pull up these polls because I'm going to have to put up a poll for next retro movie next Thursday. And I think I'm going to keep off. I'm not going to use a horror movie in next week's poll. I think I'm going to try to keep it a little bit more light because we're going to have Scream 2 next week and another horror movie. So maybe it was a little bit redundant of me to put in a horror movie. But I think we will keep in Universal Soldier. People really like to have Arnie in there. If I can think of a Stallone movie, maybe if I can find Demolition Man. If I can find Demolition Man, maybe we'll put all those 3 in there. Or maybe I should just make it 2. Yeah. Just make it Universal Soldier or Total Recall. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. But the poll will be up later on today, guys, on the channel for next Thursday for our retro movie reaction. We may move it to the mornings. So we may move it to 10 a.m. Right here I got it slotted for 1 p.m. But we may move it to 11 a.m. As I said, I'm thinking about transferring everything into the morning. Just because it's easier for me schedule-wise. But we'll have to see. Though, to be fair, you had 2 sci-fi action horror still won out. Yeah, I guess we did have 2 sci-fi kind of action. Yeah, maybe I can find Demolition Man or some other... Cliffhanger would be cool. Cliffhanger. Ooh. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of Stallone. Some action people in here. Cliffhanger would be a fun watch. Maybe it's on Netflix. We'll see. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it for me today. What do you guys think about Candyman? Did you enjoy that watch along? Let me know in the comments below. It's something that always resonated with me for sure. You're watching Mirror Domains. What else can you find here on the channel? We do full live watch-alongs for things like The Last of Us, guys. Every Monday we'll be watching The Last of Us. We did All Quiet on the Western Front. We did Scream for Franchise Wednesdays. We're watching the Scream series all the way up to Scream 6. So if you like horror, by all means, come join us. We do other movies like Jung-E on Netflix. Last week's retro movie was Mortal Kombat. So you got Candyman this week. Well, you guys decide what we're going to do next week. For sure. On the weekends, we do a horror movie. Yeah, we're a little bit rich in the horror movies this week. This week, there's a poll up right now for what we're going to watch on Saturday. Will it be Malignant? Or will it be the 2021 Candyman? Or, like the reboot of Candyman, there's the remake. Now that'll be very interesting to watch because it's fresh in our heads. If we don't, I'll try to fit in that version of Candyman into next week's schedule for sure, somehow, okay? And then, of course, Conjuring 3 is up in that poll right now, so go check that out. We do Horror Weekly Roundup. Come join us this Saturday because we'll be talking about Knock at the Cabin door this week, and Mondays and Fridays, and a little bit on Wednesdays, we do a movie news show. Talking about all the movie news headlines. We do trailer reactions, straight out of the theater reactions, everything movies here on Mirror Domains. This is part of a playlist, guys. Check it out right here. There's a movie YouTube is recommending for you guys right there. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Chris Schubert says, are you still thinking about seeing Candyman 2022 movie? Yeah, 2021? Yeah, we are. We'll fit it in next week probably. See you next time on Mirror Domains.